So a couple weeks ago, I was talking about NBA Infinite's juking system, and I said, when you get the getting juked animation in NBA Infinite, it basically means that the old random number generator just didn't like you. And now you are stuck in a multiple second animation where your player has suddenly forgotten how to walk and doesn't even have a defensive zone hitbox. This is just stupid. This is not how jukes work in real life, it's not fun to get juked, and it's not rewarding to juke someone. Juke should happen when you actually juke the person who's guarding you by faking them out. This is what juke should look like. Misdirection, dribble moves. They should not be some random animation that you are forced into every so often. Since then, the devs have hosted a Q&A where they responded to my question about juking. They start their response by saying, "We will reduce the likelihood of players getting juked when they haven't pressed the defense button, reducing frustration for users." Good, that's a great start. The juke mechanism isn't random. It's triggered when the defender guesses the wrong direction of the dribble move. For example, if players dribble to the right and the defender moves left, the defender will receive a penalty. What? Humans have this thing called reaction time, which means that before someone does a dribble move with an animation that does not really have any tell whatsoever, we will not be able to magically predict which direction our opponents will dribble in. This means that, practically speaking, the juking system in the game is random. This ability requires the player to have good dribbling and change of direction skills. To effectively juke opponents, apart from timing the move correctly, a user also needs a high dribble rating and the crossover master skill. No, that's just not how the game works. I mean, yes, those things definitely increase the chances of a juke occurring, but 72 overall Mike Conley has none of those things, and I can still juke the AI all day, every day of the week. Is the AI the greatest defender of all time? No, not at all. But regardless, jukes should never be this frequent. To avoid getting juked, it's best not to tap the defense button during the opponent's directional change, and to move perpendicular to the offense's direction. Again, like I said earlier, humans are never going to be able to react to almost instant dribble moves. Also, why in the world are jukes more common when you use the defense button? It's literally called the defense button, but it makes you worse at defense. In no universe does getting into a defensive stance increase the chances of you getting juked, except for the universe of NBA Infinite for some reason. If the defender guesses the correct direction or chooses to move perpendicular, they will definitely avoid getting juked. That's not how the game actually works. Here's footage of me being juked even though I'm moving the same direction as the crossover. Incorrect standing will be affected by basic stats, and guessing wrong will incur penalties. That's the entire quote. Like I said at the start, decreased juke rates, that's great. But you didn't address any of the actual conceptual issues behind the juke mechanic that just makes it horrible. Even if they reduce the chance of getting juked, it goes from really annoying RNG mechanic to really annoying RNG mechanic that happens slightly less often. Like I said in my previous video, all they have to do is reduce the chance of being juked, great, they're doing this, make getting juked not result in your player forgetting how to walk, and just make it a momentary 10 to 30% speed decrease, and never should jukes be possible while the defender is standing still. This is not something that requires an overhaul of game mechanics or anything. It's really simple to fix this issue. Now this video is focused on jukes, but a lot of the other concerns they addressed in the dev Q&A, they just dodged or tiptoed around or answered with logic that isn't really logic at all. There are still a lot of issue with scams in this game and progression among many other things. 80% of this game is amazing, but sometimes it feels like for the last 20% they said, there's nothing in the rulebook that says a dog can't do game design, and they let Airbud finish the rest of the game by himself. Anyways, that's about all I've got to say for juking. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Tell the devs to fix stuff. Also, I know this isn't a Minecraft video, but whatever. Bye-bye.